Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac. In case you couldn't notice it by the title screen, we are going to random here. We're going to get Eve. That is awesome because that means we are in for a long run. That is probably going to be incredibly frustrating as well. What do we need as Eve? You know, I'm telling you not just to refresh your memories, but to refresh my own memories as well. We are going to need absolutely increased damage, probably increased rate of fire, definitely increased health. And one other item to put us over the top. I'm thinking maybe a tier effect like a slow, maybe a flying ability, or maybe a ton of money so that we can purchase one said item like that from the shop. And maybe, you know, stack like a nail with a nun's habit or something like that. Well, in any case, that Spirit Heart as well as that Tinted Rock is awesome. And Guppy's Hairball, I think this is only the second or third time I've ever actually seen this item. I don't particularly like it. We kind of use it like a lariat or like a primitive slingshot or something. We can kind of whirl it around us and use this to hit enemies, but I've never really found like a practical usage for this. So I'm gonna obviously come back and get that stuff, like the Spirit Hearts there, and the Tinted Rock, whatever's in there. But first, I'm gonna be prudent and I'm gonna go fight the boss. Hopefully we'll survive with the amount of health that we have. And we actually, hopefully we get a bomb somewhere along the lines as well, because there's another Tinted Rock in here. But in any case, this will allow me to carry my Spirit Hearts with me to the next level, hopefully. And I'm trying to think of, like, if there would be a path that I could take where I could actually hit Steven with the Guppy's Hairball here. Now, having played the Basement Collection, of course, I actually have a little bit of perspective on Steven. Not a whole lot, because I haven't finished the game, and I'm not sure if there's any more story built in beyond the fact that he is basically time traveling, and there's this weird, you know, kind of boil stuck to his face. However, that's more than I knew before, where it was just like a dude in potentially incredibly offensive blackface or something. Like Al Jolson over here. But we will kill Steven pretty... Oh! I thought I was gonna get hit there, but somehow... I wonder if Guppy's Hairball... I've never actually used it, like, that consciously, or, like... It's a good situation right now, because I can use it without having any other factors at play, right? But I'm not sure if it actually blocks shots like a cube of meat or something like that. In any case, that was a really easy fight. We got the more desirable upgrade, I would say, from Steven there, which is the extra damage. So I will take that, and we will, not that little Steven is bad either, but we'll take our Spirit Heart here. We'll also blow up this Tinted Rock. Hopefully there's a bomb in there as well. No, just a single Tinted Rock, or a single Spirit Heart, which is actually okay. Can't really complain about this floor. The only downside is that I really would, I should have gone to the self-sacrifice room actually with all this health that's available. But I wish that we'd gotten a bomb because there is a Tinted Rock in Steven's room. But oh well, that was a good first floor. Despite the fact that Guppy's Hairball might be a terrible item. Remember, of course, Guppy's Hairball was the last item that we needed to get to achieve Platinum God. I'm not sure if Guppy's Hairball was the last thing that gave us Platinum God, though, or if it was actually beating the game with Blue Baby. Or, sorry, beating the game with Eve that gave us Platinum God. I can't quite remember. I seem to remember that maybe it was Guppy's Hairball, because then, after that point, I was just like, oh, well, what's the point in even, like, finishing this run now? I might be totally off base, though. So we are on Cellar 2, sadly we have 0 keys and 0 bombs, so we're not going to be accessing a whole heck of a lot, but hopefully that will rectify itself right here so that we can get a key and access this treasure room, obviously, of the utmost importance, but we cannot. What we can do, actually, is come down here and probably gamble away all of the money that we're going to get by playing this dude right here and hoping that, or both of these I guess, and hoping that they give out some bombs and keys, really. Well, we got some kind of pill. Could be good, could be terrible. Oh, well, we got the dollar bill. That's actually pretty awesome considering we're only 3 minutes into the video. And this should allow us to at least win some keys here. Unless this guy goes away with Fly Love. Okay, thank God. That actually worked out for the best, I think. So we're going to try to win some keys. I don't want to spend too much time in here. We will take this pill, though. Well, I wonder if this is bombs or key. Let's check it. Range up. That's cool, too. So we got tons of money. Enough keys to go to the shop on this floor. That's good enough. Well, we do have the PhD now as well. And we have full health somehow. I'm not sure how that happens, so we'll just come down here again, get the blood bag. That is some incredible luck right there. That was a very good shot for us. And we might as well fight the boss right away before we finish the rest of the floor. It's going to give us Famine, which of course is going to give us our second cube of meat, which will give us a familiar that actually does some damage, which is good because Eve does have kind of notorious damage problems. Even with that, you know, Steven upgrade that I picked up, that's not going to be enough to really carry us through. We're going to be looking for a deal with the devil to maybe pick up a mom's knife or something. But in any case, really cannot complain about what has probably been the best arcade of my entire life. Went in with 5 cents, walked out with $1 and a blood bag, and 2 keys so I could actually go to the treasure room in the shop. And I only spent like a minute and a half in there. Actually, probably less. I probably only spent about 40 seconds in there. So that was probably the luckiest I've ever been when it comes to arcades in this. Can't really complain about that. The only other close exception, or close candidate, would be that time that I had the D20 and just like ended up walking in there and walking out with like 5,000 pills. So we have Guppy's Paw and Brimstone. Well, I know people dislike Brimstone when it shows up too often, but I really cannot resist, especially on an Eve run. And an Eve run where I have a ton of health. The only thing that would be better, actually, is maybe we go down to the arcade now. Oh, the blood bank disappeared, right. I was thinking I want to lose my red heart so that I can actually just be in permanent Whore Babylon state. But for damage right now, I should be fine anyway. So that has been a really good turn of events for this Eve run. I find it hard to believe that anything's going to stop us, at least anytime soon. So let's see what our shop's got going on. It's got Book of Revelations. We'll definitely buy the key, and we'll definitely buy Book of Revelations as well. This is fantastic. I cannot mince words. This floor has been fucking awesome. What has this floor given us? Brimstone, single cube of meat, which is basically meaningless to us right now. A dollar bill, a blood bag. I already said Brimstone, and the Book of Revelations. That is a crazy gain for one floor. And the Book of Revelations obviously super important for two reasons. One, of course, is that we don't have a whole lot of health to begin with, but the other reason, arguably potentially more important moving forwards, is that we will be able to stack a bunch of spirit hearts, lose our red hearts. In fact, I could probably just... I was gonna say I could pick up Guppy's Paw and be in permanent Whore Babylon state, but that's probably not the most efficient way to do things. But that will, anyway, that'll allow us to securely stay in that permanent curse state, which is gonna be fantastic for our damage moving forward. So we are... Pretty much all of those complaints that I had as Eve have been rectified. I've gotten way more damage. I've got the potential, at least, as we move forward, for way more health. That was poor damage on my part, but oh well. Now we're going to look for a spacebar item to potentially supplement the upgrades that we already have. So we're looking for Nun's Habit, we're looking for 9 volt, we're looking for battery. And I think that's really the only ones that are that interesting to me. That's permanent curse state here, but we can still actually abuse things a little bit more. For example, pick up this heart and then enter permanent curse state again, just to pick up a little extra cash. Not that we necessarily need it, but hey. So our item room has Necronomicon, another good item, but I'll be passing that by. We have Telepathy for Dummies and Monster Manuel here. We're going to use both of those so that we don't have to deal with them again in the future. And then we're going to leave here. So, I'm just going to continue looking out for hearts whenever I find hearts. Well, you know what, actually, maybe we should just move onwards. I was going to say whenever we find hearts, we can play the Blood Bank a couple more... Well, there's another Blood Bank right here. We can play the Blood Bank a couple more times. However, I don't really feel like that's necessary. Like, money is not important to me right now. We do have the PhD. I totally forgot about getting that on the last floor, too. This is going to be bad gas. Let's just walk up here, hit absolutely nobody with it, exactly as I intended, of course. Extra keys always useful, because we will be going to the shop on this and every floor moving forwards. I'm excited. This is a really, really great run, despite the fact that I continue taking damage against enemies that should not be a problem for me at all. So we've got Isaac's Fork, we've got a Fortune Teller, we've got Portable Slot Machine, but moreover we have this bomb here, which is important. We have this tarot card, which is the Fool, which is not important. Portable Slot Machine doesn't interest me that much. I would rather give money to a good cause like this Fortune Teller right here, which could potentially give me Spirit Hearts. Marry and Reproduce. Alright, that's not really a fortune, that's more like an instruction. Judgment, that's fantastic, actually. So let's put Judgment down here, we'll spend some money on him. Keys, bombs, Spirit Hearts, I could use all these. And of course, whatever item Judgment gives me at the end might be very useful. Even if it's a health upgrade, which it's not, it's the magnet, which is cool. But even if it was a health upgrade, we could just go to the blood banks and play anyway. So we got Wheel of Fortune, which is another slot machine we might use a little bit later. We got Judas Tongue, which makes deals with the devil cheaper, which is actually great for us if I could manage to pick that. Oh, I have it now, okay. Reason that's so good is because of ooh, Crystal Ball. So that'll give us the map and potentially a Spirit Heart right here. Yes. But I prefer Book of Revelations, because sometimes Crystal Ball gives you a tarot card instead. I like that guaranteed Spirit Heart from Book of Revelations. So Judas Tongue is useful, because now we can possibly, if we get a deal with the devil here, and we are going to get our second level Meat Boy as well, we could possibly get rid of our final piece of health here, which will put us in permanent curse state regardless of what happens to us in the future. Which is, of course, good news, despite the fact that we would be losing health to do it, and we could possibly pick up a good item like a like a flying item or something to make it happen as well. So there's our deal with the devil. We'll probably take whatever it is no matter what. I don't want the health necessarily. We got Guppy's Tail, which I don't really like, but we do have the Pact as well, which is extra damage up and gives us Spirit Hearts. That is a huge get right there. We are going to basically speed run through the rest of this. I mean, it's not necessarily guaranteed that we're going to, you know, finish this run in victory, because anything can happen as we get further and further into, like, the cathedral and the chest in particular. That is, we know what that is. It's range up? Well, I guess magnet doesn't work on pills. I was hoping it would, though. Oh, not bad damage. But yeah, right now we have an incredible base. Like, very good damage from Brimstone, the Pact, and that Steven upgrade. What we really want to put us over the top here is if we need any more benefits here is just like another item that affects our spacebar item. We'll definitely take the skeleton key. My god, this is incredible luck so far. But yeah, if we got a Nun's Habit or any of the batteries, that would allow me to amass even more Spirit Hearts. The other thing that could help is maybe something like the Miter, so just allowing me to get more Spirit Hearts kind of randomly from drops that we come across. But otherwise, like, I have a skeleton key, Brimstone, permanent curse states, second level Meat Boy. We got some very positive things going on for us right now. Please just pop up. Meat Boy, stop shooting him. There we go. And of course, after we get the skeleton key, we pick up another key as well. Worth noting, we also have the PhD, of course, as well as, you know, we got that dollar upgrade. So now all we need is Pyro, and then we'll have gotten 99 keys, 99 bombs, and 99 cents, all in the same run. But I wouldn't necessarily, you know, bank on getting Pyro. That seems to be a little bit more rare than the other ones. I am still taking damage here, which is unfortunate. That is the safety cap. That's a decent item. But Judas Tongue, I think, has served me well, and in case I accidentally pick up a health upgrade, this will allow me to, you know, re-enter that permanent curse state upon finding another deal with the devil, so that could potentially be very useful for me. So what we're going to do here is maybe, like, take out the fly, take out the human popcorn, take out the flies, then we're going to trigger both of these guys to pop up. Take them out easily. Actually, we took out all 3 remaining enemies quite easily. There's Book of Revelations. Shop has the ladder. I mean, we don't really need the ladder, but we don't really need this money either. So we can just pick up some bombs instead. The reason we don't really need the ladder is that we already have the magnet. However, if this helps me do some dodging, then it's going to pay for itself pretty quickly. Might as well fight the boss while we're here. That's a speed uphill, so we will take that. Identified by the PhD, of course. I would almost as well welcome like another familiar or something. Just to, as we clear this out, to give myself a little breathing room, just to give me a little bit more crowd control, because that seems to be how I'm taking damage most often. What I really do not want, I guess, is a health upgrade, unless, of course, we get a deal with the devil to match with it. In which case, I'll probably take it. I don't know, it's hard to say. Maybe I won't take it, because it doesn't really matter in the whole scheme of things. But it could be important if we did get another deal with the devil moving forwards. Who knows? We'll see. If we get a health upgrade and a door to the deal with the devil, I will definitely take the health upgrade. Let's put it that way. Well, we get a coin purse, which is actually fantastic considering we have PhD. So we'll take the range up. We will wait for this pill to identify, and then we'll possibly take it. Even if its bombs are key, I'll probably take it. Maybe we'll enter this room and it'll identify itself at some point. Health up. We'll save that, I think. Bad gas and tears up. So we'll take tears up, and we'll carry health up with us. In case we find a deal with the devil, my thought would be take that health up pill and then immediately trade that health back for a deal with the devil. So we get the benefit of the deal with the devil while still maintaining that permanent curse state. Now I'm thinking with portals. So we are going to check out our item room here, which is like our last remaining special room as we move forwards. Free bomb, which is very good because we're actually low on bombs. That's why I said I would take a bombs or key pill. Because I mean, keys are more important than bombs, I think, overall. However, there were lots of keys just kind of scattered around this level. So that's another range up, I think. So we'll take that, even though we don't necessarily need it. We don't not need it either. And we get lard here, which I actually do not want. So we'll just abandon that. Kind of unfortunate to leave what is oftentimes a good item like that just sitting on the floor, but oh well. We can't really... I mean, it would be in our best interest to maintain this permanent curse state as long as possible. So I'm hoping next floor we don't run into greed. I'm hoping we run into Nun's Habit or Battery in the shop. That is really my ideal circumstance to have happen. Looks like we're on a double floor here based on the loading time. Gives me a chance to take a sip of water, rehydrate a little bit. So we are indeed on a double floor. I would welcome a compass as well. If we could come across one of those, I would be a happy camper. You can't get everything in every run, you know? Like, it's unlikely I'm going to get a compass, nun's habit, and batteries or something like that. I'd settle for 2 out of 3 for sure. Who knows, maybe this health upgrade pill will actually come in handy at, like, saving my life at some point. Although I think that is probably unlikely. Those Spirit Heart drops, certainly very welcome. 1 bomb to access judgments, I think is a smart trade. Who knows what he might give me, maybe a flying item or something. That would be ideal right now. Map is cool too. Show me the locations of secret rooms as we move in here. Alright, and actually just like the general layout of the level can be important as well to predict where enemies are going to be. So I'm gonna guess that like the right side there, that like 2-block spot is going to be where our boss is. So that means there might be something down here, like a library. Oh, of course I saw the library. That was totally cheating. I was gonna say like an item room, but libraries occasionally show up as well. Book of Belial, Book of Belial. Well, we'll use one of these Book of Belial so it'll never show up in a library down here again, on this run at least. Got a bad gas pill. Wait, well, we've actually found our bosses. We don't want to fight them just yet, because the second boss will be Mom, and I want to take some more time, you know, visit both of the item rooms here, visit the shop, even though it's probably going to have greed in it, because we haven't run into him yet, and we've been to, like, every single shop. Temperance is a blood bank. Well, we could use, pardon me, health up then temperance, but it's such a minor impact, I think. It's not all that important. And moreover, I just want to visit every single room so that I can get more charges on my Book of Revelations and amass a ton of Spirit Hearts, because starting soon, we'll be entering into the womb where Spirit Hearts are, you know, well, any health that you lose is taken out 1 heart at a time instead of half a heart at a time, so I think it's important for us to maximize our chances, given the tools at our disposal. 2 more gluttonies. Brimstone is charging super fast, by the way. It feels incredibly satisfying right now. I think we might be running into kind of a dead end here, like an area of the level that's just completely devoid of useful stuff, but hey, extra Spirit Heart. Oh, never mind. So I was wrong by both counts. We got a Spirit Heart drop that I accidentally bypassed, but we'll go back and get that when this room is over. And beyond that, we also have our treasure room here. And we're picking up some bombs too, which is something that is going to help us a lot on that Mom's Heart boss fight fairly soon. So we can teleport, which I do not want at all. And then I guess we'll start making our way over to the left here. We should be able to get another, at least 2 or 3 Spirit Hearts just from these rooms randomly. And these rooms should be fairly goddamn easy, you know, considering the firepower that I'm bringing into each one. And we're making really good time here. We're only 18 minutes already into what is going to be the final floor of the depths here. But it is going to take me a little while to get all the way through this because it's just such a huge floor. Thank you. But yeah, again, we'll continue to amass some good stuff. Hopefully this guy will drop Pyro for us. I'm not even sure if that's possible. I've only seen Pyro in the secret room, I think. Which is, of course, Pyro is 99 bombs, in case you've forgotten or never knew in the first place. I'll take those extra bombs, though. An extra 3 never hurt anybody. That means, you know, less zombies to deal with once we actually get to that Mom's Heart boss fight. Now, we're going to be very careful here. Trying to take out only one of the laser bullet flies at a time. Ah, and I still managed to take damage out of it. That's another item that would be fantastic. I would welcome the wafer, but we just got that last run. And, you know, generally speaking, that's an item that doesn't show up all that often. So I'm not going to be too sore if that doesn't show up. We do have 12 Spirit Hearts, Brimstone, excellent damage, permanent curse states, Book of Revelations, PhD, 99 keys, 15 cents, or 55 cents. Let's just put it this way. We have no right to be complaining at all about how this run is going, especially when I'm playing as, like, my second least favorite character. If every Eve run was like this, I would only play as Eve. Well, that's probably not 100% true, but you get what I'm saying here. So I took a little bit more damage there again, continuing to slow the progress of which I gain these Spirit Hearts, but that's alright. Because we're going to have a decent amount of health as we move onwards here. We are going to have some problems, like, there's runs that suck until you get to the cathedral, and then you know you're going to do okay because you have, like, Halo of Flies or, like, Candle or something, which is going to make the Isaac boss fight really easy for you. This is going to be probably a hard Isaac boss fight. Even though we're doing a lot of damage, he's going to take a ton of hits. And we don't really have any kind of defensive metrics, or measures, I should say, to help us out that much. But we're just going to basically rely on brute forcing him, and hopefully by that point, we'll have enough health where we'll still have Spirit Hearts off the screen by the time that fight finishes. That's my dream, anyway. Take out these dudes. And we got Cain's Eye. I still don't really know what that does, but Judas Tongue, I think, is still more important, because we could still potentially get a deal with the devil on the wound. We might be able to get one on the mom fight, actually, but I don't know necessarily if that's true. We can get this. We don't need this key, so we'll just ignore it for now. There's our shop. Apologies, I'm still a little bit sick here, as you can probably tell. Oh, that was horrible for my voice. So I still need to rehydrate fairly frequently, or my throat is just like, kill me. So let's do that before we go into the shop here. And I'm guessing we're going to fight Greed. No, instead we get a Compass, which is actually incredible. Let's just... yeah, I guess we'll just leave. I want to hold on to this health upgrade pill. It was really the reason why I did not take the tarot card. But in any case, Compass. Remember when I said you can't always get everything you want? Well, on this run, we've gotten a lot of what we wanted. I mean, on this particular floor alone, we picked up Map and Compass, which are two items that work very, very well in conjunction with one another. So now we should be able to see, provided we don't get Curse of Darkness, we should be able to see exactly where to go on these later floors to avoid doing too much needless play, which results in you losing needless health. We also get the Forget Me Now, which would be hilarious to take at this point, and possibly, you know, get another 2 treasure rooms and another 1 boss room, I think. Troll Bomb, no! Well, not a whole lot I can do about that. We pick up the Rock for extra damage, as well as another Spirit Heart there, and we also use Book of Revelations on the last room. So, we'll fight whoever our bosses are here. Monstro 2, pretty much the easiest draw we can get at this point. This guy is terrible. AI at this point has just become so old that it's like a running joke whenever you fight him. It's like run side to side, do this little like U-shaped dodge. Not doing as much damage as I would like, I guess. Mom's Knife would be a nice addition. But, I mean, Mom's Knife has its perks, Brimstone has its perks. I think I prefer Mom's Knife for bosses, though. So 1 more hit should do it. And we will get HP up, which I actually do not want, so we're going to abandon that. Kind of an unorthodox way of doing things, I guess. But that's how you have to do it, I guess, if you're going to go for this, like, permanent curse state style of Eve. Mom's Heart, again, should be... or Mom's Body, I guess I should say here. It should be very, very easy with Brimstone, as I've mentioned several times before, acting as, like, a crowd control. Oh, but I still took damage from the hand just coming out there randomly. But what I mean is that we can hit enemies and hit the foot or hit, like, bodily structures at exactly the same time, which allows us to do a ton of damage without putting ourselves in all that much risk. So we are going to have to get rid of Judas Tongue here for the Polaroid, which kind of puts a monkey wrench into my plan of, taking too much damage here, 1 second. Kind of puts a monkey wrench into my plan of using the health up pill for a deal with the devil, but it's possible, you never know. Let's take Polaroid. And we'll take the Cat of Nine Tails, which will increase our shot speed. I'm not sure how this is going to work with Brimstone, but hey, we have it, so that's cool. Delicious, life-sustaining H2O, keeping me moving forward here. You know, this episode's dedicated to water. Water doesn't get enough credit these days. Bet if Red Bull made up 75% of your body composition, it would be like Red Bull Appreciation Day all the time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've had a fever for like 2 days. Sometimes my thoughts don't even make sense to me, and that is saying something. So we are going to make our way over here. We can see the secret room. We can see the boss room, so this is the way to go. And by using bombs, we should be able to completely bypass like 80% of this floor, if not more. Just by doing this right here, so that's going to save us 3 rooms. I'm gonna have to deal with some Gish and Meat Boy wannabes here, but they're pretty easy enemies considering we're on Utero 1. So what boss are we going to fight? Does it really matter? Probably not. I never remember. This is Triachnid, not Daddy Long Legs. Okay. I recall now. Remember Triachnid? Oh, I forgot that Polaroid was going to be fantastic for us because it's going to give us invincibility every time we get hit because we're in permanent curse state now. That is awesome. So I think this is not going to be too bad, although Triachnid is historically kind of a pain in the ass the few times that I fought him. Just because of this move right here where it takes fucking forever to actually like do damage to him. Because half the time he's just not hittable. Which is unfortunate, as you can see right there. Or his face isn't hittable, but his legs are. There we go, maybe one more of those should be enough. Beautiful. We do not get on Deal with the Devil. Instead, I'm just going to use Book of Revelations, then pop out of here and just avoid all of those health upgrades again. I mean, that's tears and damage and health upgrade. However, we still have to kind of ditch it. Because I want to stay in permanent curse state, especially if I want the Polaroid to continue giving me invincibility after each hit. That is actually going to make me very strong against Blue Baby and Isaac. This run is certainly not set in stone by any stretch of the imagination, by the way. Like, those runes we run into on the chest are going to be incredibly difficult for us, no matter like how good our upgrades are. So we're going to make our way down here. We remember this one. Speed up. Is that worth it? Probably. We're going to get rid of this health upgrade pill because we don't need it anymore. And we actually do kind of have a long trip here to get to the boss room. However, on that trip, I can take a slight detour and go to the boss trap room and potentially pick up something good there. But obviously, if it's something like an HP upgrade, I'm just going to bounce and skip it. But otherwise, maybe we'll take a chance and see what we get. So we got Pageant Boy. That is absolutely not worth it at this point. They should just make that item not spawn after the depths, because there's absolutely no reason why you would possibly want like 7 to 14 cents, I think. Unless you really, really needed a slot machine. So now we're going to be fighting Mom's Hearts. This fight should be relatively easy. We got decent amounts of bombs. We got Brimstone. Oh god, Guppy's Hairball. Might be a negative factor for me here, considering it's just slingshots the bombs back to me sometimes. But we'll try to avoid that. In fact, we might try to avoid bomb use in general, because I can just use Brimstone to take care of most of the crowd control anyway. In any case, it's going well so far. Almost got the slingshot again there. Mom's Heart is like 50% dead. Soon to be further. I believe that we are entering permanent bomb state very soon. Yes, indeed. Always nice when you get that before Chubb, because then you don't actually have to deal with Chubb. Oh, that was bad dodging, but we do get the invincibility, so it's not an enormous problem. And with Dead Bird now doing some damage. Haven't mentioned Dead Bird like all video, because really it has been like the least important aspect of my success so far. I stepped on the creep. So unfortunately, we have a long way to go to get to our boss here. The only plus side of that is that we might go through enough rooms to potentially get like 2 deals, or not 2 deals with the devil. Wow, I got lucky there. Thank you, Guppy's Hairball. 2 Books of Revelations charges. 2 Book of Revelation charges. The pluralization is a little awkward. Forgive me, former English teacher. Gish I here, or Gishes. Will not last too long, which is good because I was running out of commentary to provide for them. Then we got Greedheads, who I think this is the first time we've seen them so far this run, which is always good because I find these enemies to be a total, total pain in the ass. Actually, that worked out for the best for me, I guess. We are not going to bother with that. What we will bother with is whatever we come across in here. These enemies also incredibly annoying. Yeah, there we go, some extra damage. Kind of knew it was going to happen. Guppy's Hairball seems to do a ton of damage. But I wouldn't know because I don't like actively watch it all the time. We'll use a bomb to get to this chest, and then we'll hopefully succeed on this Blue Baby fight. Or sorry, this Isaac fight. And if we do, then we have enough keys to open some good stuff in the chest and see what happens. So I'm probably, here's my strategy. If I get hit, run up, plant a bomb. Every extra bit of damage helps here. And it's not like we're going to use bombs that often in the chest, most likely. My dodging skill in this is not bad. The benefit here is that, you know, Isaac always shoots when you shoot as well. So when you're in a situation where you're using Brimstone, which has like long periods of charging time, that's actually good for us. As opposed to like the exact opposite would be something like Technology, which fires constantly and makes things more difficult for sure on this fight. But I would like another familiar. I would love a Halo of Flies or something. I would love to temporarily, for one room, have Blue Candle so that I could use that to absorb the shots from Isaac. But for now, we've got a perfect run going on here. And Isaac is very nearly half dead. The Angel Fetus is, as always, will throw some complications into things, but I really can't complain about how this is going so far. This run in general has been like exceptionally lucky. It's possible still that I will not succeed. I could lose in the chest, I could lose on Blue Baby, but either way, I have no complaints about this Eve run. I expected this to be, usually Eve runs are like an hour-long struggle. This has been like a half-hour-long walk through the park, which I appreciate as I get ready to enter my NyQuil-induced fever dream. Well, it's not really a fever dream, but it's NyQuil-induced, I guess. But in any case, you're with me. So we got Dead Bird doing some permanent damage here, or persistent damage anyway, which is nice. Some damage over time, almost, you could say. And we are just going to back the fuck off. Dead Bird is going to do a little crowd control on these angel fetuses. I think we've only been hit once. Which is pretty good for this fight. I kind of expected to take 3 or 4. And there's a Spirit Heart drop from Blue Baby, from Isaac, sorry, which is awesome. And we have completed that room. And it is time to go to the chest, where we can indeed see where the boss is, which is fantastic for us. So, Odd Mushroom, max rate of fire. I think that's fine. D6, not useful at all, probably. But potentially, maybe. X-ray goggles, and Odd Mushroom? Mini Mush, so that's extra speed and range. So I'm going to take a sip of water here as we get started. You can probably tell my voice is just like totally shot now. It's been like absolutely fatigued. I'm not super complaining. I'm not trying to say that. Again, I mentioned this caveat in like every video. I'm not trying to say I have the hardest job in the world or anything. What I am trying to say is that, you know, when you got a sore throat, sometimes these Isaac videos can stretch on a little long for the physiology to bear. Like I said, the brain is there, but sometimes the body is not willing. These guys should die fairly easily. Oh, I am going to take one hit because I'm an idiot apparently. But the Polaroid's going to clue me into some good stuff there. Give me some... Oh, I walked into the poop by accident. But hey, Book of Revelations gave us a charge anyway. And this is one of my favorite rooms because we're faster than Lust, and we're going to do a ton of damage to these guys anyway. So we'll start probably just by focusing on taking out Lust. That was bad. We'll probably go for... I guess we'll go for Greed next, because he is perpetually more annoying than Wrath, who is usually just doesn't know what he's doing. Wrath is like the kid on the playground who's a little bit slow, but he's incredibly strong. Like when he hurts you, you feel like he wants to apologize to you. So we got Mr. Boom there. I could use D6 to reroll that, but you know, why bother, really? So I'm going to focus probably... This is not going well so far. This floor in general, I should say. Focus on taking Famine out first. Not sure what to think about this. Yeah, focus on taking Famine out first. That's not good. Okay, now I can focus on this champion version of War, which drops bombs as it flies. That's annoying. Oh, and yeah, it took another little hit of damage there. This has not been a good room. Compounding the problem, I knew it was going to be troll bombs. Compounding the problem is the fact that we do not have a Book of Revelations charge coming for like 4 minutes here. Like 5 more rooms. But I am faster than this version of War for sure. So maybe we'll get some lucky Spirit Heart drops. Maybe I'll be able to beat Blue Baby on 5 hearts or less. It's possible. I mean, I beat Isaac only getting hit once. So that's something that could potentially be in the cards for us. And the Spirit Heart drop is important as well. So let's move onwards. We got a room full of spiders here. Not always the greatest room to have Brimstone on, but if you dodge appropriately, usually you'll be able to get out okay like that. And we've only got one more room to deal with. It is Champion Bloat. Okay, I hate this asshole. I was gonna say Champion Peep. And that would have gotten me fuck. That would have gotten me hit for sure. Because, you know, there's a big difference between Peep and Bloat. The big difference is, if you're fighting Bloat, the only safe place is behind him. If you're fighting Peep, there's usually plenty of safe spaces. Oh, god damn it. Also, this version shoots out those asshole, like green blocks, or green blobs, which is a total pain in the dick. But I think he's nearly dead. We still got 5 hearts. And that is all we're going to have for this Blue Baby fight. So one last drink of water here. Before I permanently make myself sound like Tom Waits, or like I'm permanently on the verge of tears or something. I assure you I'm not. And we are going to fight Blue Baby here and see what the heck happens. I think we got a good chance. Beating Blue Baby as Eve is always like a plus. And we've got Dead Bird out. I'm going to try to phrase that, or frame that hit that I took, which I probably shouldn't have taken, as positive instead of negative. And other than that, I'm just going to focus on dodging. Actually, this is an issue, because now Dead Bird is doing continuous damage. That benefit that I mentioned before about shots only firing when Brimstone fires now does not apply, sadly. 50-50. You could make this. You could get totally screwed. The 2 rounds of homing shots at the same time is definitely not helping things when those come out. But Blue Baby's 50% dead, and I am less than 50% dead. But those percentages can shift pretty quickly if I take another hit sometime soon. But so far, you know, circling seems to be doing pretty well. Dead Bird's doing a surprising amount of damage, and we're about to enter... Ooh, that was close. We're about to enter Angel Fetus territory here. Almost took another hit there. I think Q and Me might have saved me. And another hit saved from Q and Me, I think. So I'm gonna focus maybe alternatively on taking out the Angel Fetuses while getting some hits on Blue Baby. So if I take those out, that is like easier for me to dodge by a factor of like 10. So I'll just let Dead Bird do damage, and instead I will focus. Oh, Dead Bird it's shifting its focus now, so I will shift my focus as well. I want to do damage to whatever Dead Bird is not doing damage to, if that makes sense. So I'm still in here. Still going strong. I've only taken 2 hits, now 3 on this fight. I'll drop a bomb in here now, and I think that is going to be nearly enough to do it. I can still afford to take 2 more hits. So I can afford to take 1 more hit, actually. And that is going to do it. Very successful run, 2 chest wins in a row. I am going to go eat 30 popsicles. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.